So I made $2,000 in just one day. Not with some sketchy dropshipping scheme, not with crypto gambling, just with a real service business that you can literally copy today. Let me break down exactly how I did it, with no BS, no fluff. I'm going to share with you the simple 4-step system anyone can use to start making serious money. And I'm going to explain it so clearly that even a complete beginner can understand it. Before I started doing this, I was working 12 hours a day on my failing business, barely making enough to pay for softwares. I would wake up every morning dreading the day ahead, watching the clock tick by painfully slow. Maybe you can relate. I tried all those other flashy online business models you can see: dropshipping, affiliate marketing, creating courses nobody bought, and I wasted thousands of dollars and countless hours with nothing to show for it. But then, everything changed when I discovered this simple system. Now, I consistently bring in between $1,000 to $2,000 per day. Not because I'm special or have some insider connections, but because I finally found something that actually works for regular people like you and me. The whole thing comes down to 4 steps: creating the right offer, getting traffic, closing deals, and delivering your service. That's it. Let me walk you through exactly how each part works so you can copy this yourself starting today. Step 1 is all about your offer. You need to solve a painful problem for people who have money. When I first started in 2022, I focused on helping small business owners get more leads and book more sales calls. They were desperate for this service because without leads, their businesses were dying. I noticed so many talented business owners who had great products but couldn't get enough customers in the door. So I saw a massive opportunity. Here's the key that most people miss. You want to solve a high-stakes problem, something that keeps your potential clients up at night, something they would gladly pay good money to fix. Think about it. People don't spend serious cash on nice-to-haves. They spend on must-haves, on things that either make them more money or prevent them from losing money. For example, you could help business owners with lead generation, sale conversion, setting up automation systems, creating better marketing content, or improving their branding. The specific service doesn't matter as much as the pain it solves. When I started, I had 0 fancy credentials. I didn't have testimonials. I had no marketing degree and no special certifications. I just had the willingness to figure out how to solve my customers' problems better than most. Now, unfortunately, there are some things we're not allowed to share on YouTube, which is why, to help you, I've recorded a free training to show you how I went from 0 to over $1,200 a day with 95% profit margins. The link is in the description, and I highly suggest you check it out when you're done with this video. You can also book a free call with me or my team, and together, we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to 5 to 10K per month as quickly as possible. But be quick, because we literally get hundreds of applications per month, so we don't have enough spots for everyone. And here's why the high-ticket approach works so damn well. You don't need hundreds of customers. You just need a few clients paying you $1,000 to $5,000 each. So if you get 2 clients at $1,000 each, boom, there's your $2,000 a day. If you get 5 clients a month at $2,000 each, that's $10,000 per month. That's more than most people make at their day jobs and will ever make in a single month. So ask yourself, who are you helping and what painful problems are you solving for them? The more specific, the better. Instead of saying I help businesses grow, say I help local dentists get 20 more bookings per month through Google Ads Management. That specificity is magnetic to the right clients. Once you have that answer, you're ready for step 2. Step 2 is all about traffic, getting eyeballs on your offer. And when you're just starting out, forget about fancy marketing funnels or going viral. The fastest way to get your first $2,000 a day is simple: manual outreach. I'm talking about sliding into DMs, sending cold emails, reaching out to your network, joining relevant communities, and just talking to real human beings. This might sound scary, but it's honestly the fastest path to cash. When I started, I would send 30 personalized messages every single day to business owners who fit my ideal client profile. So was it comfortable? No. But did it work? Absolutely. While you're doing outreach, start creating content that shows proof of your expertise. Give away free value. Share your personal story, because this builds trust with your potential clients. But don't get caught in the content creation trap where you're just constantly posting but never actually talking to potential customers. Content supports your outreach. It doesn't replace it. I remember when I was starting out, I would post one helpful tip on social media, then immediately spend an hour reaching out to potential clients. This balanced approach is what generated my first clients, not some magical viral post. I never went viral, in fact. Later on, once you have some cash flow and proof that your offer works, you can scale up with paid ads. But in the beginning, just go out and talk to real people who have the problem that you solve. This is the part most wannabe entrepreneurs skip because it feels uncomfortable. But this discomfort is exactly where the money is. Remember, you don't need thousands of followers or views. You just need a handful of conversations with the right people. When I made my first $2,000 a day, I didn't have hundreds of thousands of followers online. It wasn't about being famous. It's about connecting with people who need what you have to offer. Quality over quantity every single time. Step 3 is where the money actually happens. Closing deals. Now, don't freak out if you've never done sales before. The process is ridiculously simple. Book a call, qualify the prospect, understand their problems, handle any objections, and then close the deal. The biggest secret to sales is actually just listening. Let them talk about their pain points. Ask good questions. Really understand what they're struggling with. Most people think selling is about talking, but it's actually about understanding. When a potential client feels truly understood, they're halfway to becoming a paying customer. Then simply position your service as the bridge from their current situation to their desired situation. That's it. You don't need pushy sales tactics or sleazy manipulation. Show them where they are, where they want to be, and show them how you can help them to get there. For my first $2,000 clients, I had a 45-minute Zoom call where I just mostly listened. I asked about their business challenges, understood what they needed, showed them I could help, and closed a $2,000 deal right there on the spot. And the first time I signed the customer, I remember my hands were shaking when I sent the payment link, but they paid immediately. And that feeling was incredible, knowing I had provided real value and being compensated well for it. To make this even smoother, use tools like Calendly for booking, Zoom for calls, and Stripe for payments. You can get started for free with all of these tools. This automates your backend system so you can focus on having great conversations. You want to remove all friction from the buying process. Make it easy for people to pay you. Step 4 is delivery. Actually providing the service that you promised. There are 3 main models you can choose from. Option 1 is one-on-one coaching. This is perfect for beginners because you don't need fancy systems. You're just getting on calls and helping people directly. When I started, this was my go-to approach because it required zero additional infrastructure. Just me, my expertise, and a Zoom account. Option 2 is group coaching, where you work with multiple clients at once. This lets you scale while still providing value. Once I had 10 successful one-on-one clients, I launched my first group program with 5 people paying $1,000 each. So it was the same content delivery, but now I was making $5,000 for the same time investment. Option 3 is done for you services, where you actually implement the solution for customers yourself. This commands the highest prices because there's more work required, but you can outsource that work. Here's a key point. When you run a business, you don't have to do everything yourself. You can use contractors from Fiverr, Upwork, or your personal network to handle parts of the delivery to your customers. This lets you focus on getting more clients while still ensuring your existing customers get great results. I started by doing everything myself, but by month 3, I had 2 contractors handling most of the technical work while I focused on strategy and client relationships. Now, when you start to get some customers, you get them great results, you'll get some testimonials. And it's amazing because one client see transformations, but they won't give you testimonials, and those testimonials become your sales engine. After my first 3 clients got amazing results, 2 of them referred friends, and I suddenly had 5 customers without any additional marketing. That is the power of excellent delivery. Now, unfortunately, there are some things we're not allowed to share on YouTube, which is why to help you, I've recorded a free training to show you how I went from 0 to over $1,200 a day with 95% profit margins. The link is in the description, and I highly suggest you check it out when you're done with this video. You can also book a free call with me or my team, and together, we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to 5 to 10K per month as quickly as possible. But be quick, because we literally get hundreds of applications per month, so we don't have enough spots for everyone. Now let's talk about how to repeat that $2,000 a day consistently. The formula is surprisingly simple. Book just 1 or 2 sales calls per day, close just 1 of them at an average price of $2,000, and there's your daily $2,000. Do that just 3 times a week, and you're looking at $24,000 per month. That is life-changing money for most people. And as you stack up results and proof and testimonials, you can start raising your prices, launch group offers, or scale with paid ads. Over time, you will build authority in your niche, grow your personal brand, and develop systems that make the whole process even smoother. 6 months in, I raised my rates from $1,000 to $3,000, and clients still said yes because I had proven my value. What most people don't realize is that this business model compounds over time. Each successful client becomes a case study, which makes selling to the next client even easier. Your skills improve with each project, allowing you to charge more. Your confidence grows with each deal, making sales calls less stressful. And before you know it, making $2,000 a day isn't just a special occasion. It's just a normal day. Let me be real with you for a second. This isn't some get-rich-quick fantasy. It's a legitimate business model that requires actual work. Most people fail. There will be days when prospects ghost you, when clients are demanding, when you question if you're on the right path. I've been through all of that. But compared to slaving away for the rest of your life at a 9-to-5 job you hate, with barely any increase in pay, this is the express lane to freedom. The worst day in my business is still better than the best days at a job, because now I'm building something for myself, not someone else's dream. I went from struggling financially to consistently bring in tens of thousands of dollars using this system. And the best part, I choose when I work, who I work with, and how much I charge. That level of freedom is priceless. Look, you could keep watching videos about making money online for the next year, or you could take this simple 4-step system and actually start making money this week. The information is right here in front of you. The only variable is whether you will take action, solve a painful problem, reach out to potential clients, have sales conversations, deliver great results, get testimonials, and repeat. That's how I made $2,000 in one day, and how you can do it too. You don't need any complex tech. You don't need a massive audience. You just need a straightforward service business that delivers real value. The question is, are you going to keep watching videos, or are you actually going to take action? Because the system works, but only if you actually use it.